Hey everyone, so I'm right now at Rynok Square, and we're at the Church of the Most Holy Apostles, Peter and Paul. As you can see, the architecture of this building is unbelievable. I mean, the art, the sculptures, everything is just spectacular. Like it's obviously really old. I didn't check up on the history on it, but it's just magnificent. And I'm hoping to go inside and actually take a video of, like, if it's possible for me to take a video of what's inside there, because it's stunning. Some of the art that's inside is really stunning. You could see, like, the some of the art within the city as well has been protected, and that's because, and there's like steel structures around it, or it's covered, and that's because Lviv and Ukraine particularly is trying their very best to protect these art pieces from any destruction due to the Russian invasion. And there's a lot of missiles and stuff that also do come into Lviv. So just to, like, protect these art pieces, and especially to maintain and preserve the culture and history and the beauty of the city. The city's done a great job in terms of, like, protecting it as best as it could. So anyway, let's just try and go inside and see.
The moment I actually walked into this church, it actually just took my breath away. I mean, the paintings, the overall architecture, it was so heavenly, so calming, so peaceful, and I mean, I was just like really taken aback and just stunned by the frescoes that were like drawn on the ceilings, the paint, the detail that's in it. The video and the clip that I'm showing here does not even give it any justice. It's just so intricate, so beautiful, so majestic. And honestly, one important factor is that there's a lot of cathedrals and churches like this in Lviv, but the Church of the Most Holy Apostles, Peter and Paul, is significant because a lot of the memorial services for the fallen soldiers from the Russian invasion happens in this church. So it is a very significant place. And obviously here I'm just walking around, and Lviv is such a beautiful city. I keep on saying that. And this is also a part of like the Lviv City Hall. Again, very beautiful structure. The city is just such a magnificent and beautiful city. I mean, I just am in love with Lviv, honestly. The people, the architecture, everything.
Dobry večer, everyone. So it is evening right now in Lviv. Just go back to my previous vlog where I actually reviewed borscht at Inshi, and obviously we're going around looking at different historical landmarks around Lviv. So right today we're at this place called Centaura, which is located at Rynok Square. And my objective is to try like purely Ukrainian food, just like borscht in my previous vlog. Today we're going to try Syrnyky, which is actually Ukrainian dessert. It's a traditional Ukrainian dessert. It's made out of cottage cheese. Honestly, I'm not much of a dessert person, but since like we're doing Ukrainian food, traditional Ukrainian food, so I wanted to try that as well and give you all a taste of it. So definitely, when you're in Ukraine, you have to try the traditional Ukrainian food, right? And that'd be borscht, which is, I won't call it a soup, but it's the Ukrainian, cultural dish, the main, like pretty much the dish of Ukraine. You got to try that. So, like I said, Syrnyky, pretty. I mean, I would say I'm excited. I mean, it's not the first thing that I go for because I don't have much of a sweet tooth. But I'm excited to try it from this place because I actually got a lot of good reviews and recommendations from people to try at this place. So and you can see like the interior is very nice, like very fancy, and very like jazzy kind of vibe. Like music's very chilled, nice fountain in the background. Located right by Rynok Square, as I said, so very touristy area. Um, Great place to just like chill and unwind. Honestly, have a good conversation. I think they have like some really good wines and stuff. Really good dessert. Like, sorry, good menu as well. You can try some really good food. Um, but yeah, but I'm here to try the Syrnyky, so let's see how that is. Okay, something that's interesting is which I didn't know was it's actually hot. It's actually a hot dish, but it's dessert. Very nice, very creamy. You really get that cheese taste. Nice, honestly, really nice. With the, I mean, it's a really it goes really well with the strawberries. I'm actually surprised. Yeah, if we end up like moving to Ukraine, like I end up like eating desserts now as well. So, which I don't really usually do, but they're great. Uh, four of these. There's four of these Syrnykas or cottage cheese stuff.
And yes, it's not cottage cheese stuff, but cottage cheese pancakes of sorts, but not really pancakes. I don't know what to really call them, but they were amazing. And honestly, they go with smetana, which is sour cream. And as you would have seen in my previous videos, sour cream or smetana is really used a lot in Ukraine. I'm sure Ukrainians really love their sour cream, and honestly, it's really, really good. Really apologize once again for my hand. It seems to always pop up on these videos for some reason. I feel like it wants to make more of an appearance than my face. So anyway, it is what it is.
It's really good with like strawberries. Honestly, amazing.
And yes, that was actually something that was very fascinating to me because the dish was really, really good in itself, but with the berries, there was strawberries and I think there was some blueberries as well. It was spectacular, like smakota, seriously. And I was really taken aback because, as I told you before, I'm not much of a dessert eater. To be honest with you, I actually have a dessert once or twice a year, which is crazy, right? It increased to twice a year because of my wife. She's a massive lover when it comes to desserts and stuff, but I actually really don't like desserts at all. And that was the reason why I actually didn't even know that hot desserts kind of existed. So I thought that all desserts were cold. This really took me aback. I mean, I was shocked. The creaminess, the texture, everything together with like obviously the smetana and the sour cream. Sour cream is smetana, and the berries, of course, were really, really amazing. Overall, like when you have it all together, it was just such a spectacular and refreshing dish. And Centaur did an amazing job here.
This was actually surprisingly really good. I'm really enjoying this. All right, so we just finished the Syrnyky at Centaura. So, like I said, it's located at Rynok Square. Honestly, amazing spot. Like, I mean, that's the thing that really catches out to me. The interior is like magnificent, it's fabulous. It's like you walked into an old Victorian kind of like time, 18th century kind of thing. I think that's the kind of like vibe they're going for. Music is very chilled, jazz kind of like style. Honestly, very unique. I mean, I like it. Like, I've not seen many spots like these around, and I'm seeing more and more of these kind of spots in Lviv. And that just shows like that European kind of like vibe. Like the artistic, historic kind of like theme that like Lviv goes with. So I think it was very unique. Really, really cool. So honestly, I really recommend this place if you're coming to Lviv. Go to Rynok Square, and obviously, I mean, it's a touristy spot, obviously. So you go to Rynok Square, and then you definitely want to come to Centaura. So in terms of the price, it was around 380 hryvnias, which is around $12.40 Canadian, and $9 American. So a little bit on the pricier side, I would say. But I mean, considering like this is a very fancy spot, like for the vibe, for the quality of the kind of like style like that's over here, it's very up end, I would say. But really good in that sense. I think it's really good. Definitely a nice place to have a couple of drinks. I've seen the menu as well. They have a really nice menu. But yeah, in terms of Syrnyky, I really enjoyed it. Food wise, it was really good. What really stood out for me, I think, is the creaminess of the cheese. I've tried Syrnyky at a few places, and honestly, this spot, like the cheese is like the cottage cheese is very creamy and nice, and the blend with the berries, like strawberries and stuff, really like stood out for me. So I would suggest, like, if you're getting Syrnyky, try and get it with like berries and stuff, because I think that really amplifies the taste. So yes, I would say when you come to Ukraine, a couple of first spots, first few dishes to try is obviously the traditional cuisines, like I mentioned, borscht, and then if you want to have a dessert, go for Syrnyky. I mean, it's obviously on the like, let's say, dessert wise cheese side. Like, I am not a very big fan of desserts in general, but I would even eat this, and I couldn't finish the whole thing because I really had a heavy meal before that. But honestly, it's really good, and something that you should definitely try. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching my channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. And I'll see you in my next video, where I will be reviewing a Crimean Tatar dish called cheburek. So just please go and watch that. Yeah, so do побачення. Slava Ukraini, Heroям Slava.